know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean.
Pues
And
estamos
men, I
aquí
guess.
realizando el gameplay
Unnecessary.
para comenzar
Doesn't add
nuevamente la
much to
historia
the
de
world.
Red Dead Redemption Online.
Education.
En esta ocasión, pues voy a utilizar un personaje de mujer. ¿Por qué? Pues porque se me hace más divertido, digo.
Good
La
day,
principal
gentlemen.
está Morgan sí o sí. Y aquí
Don't
tenemos
do
la
anything
opción de cambiar el
stupid.
género,
Nobody
así que
gets shot.
pues
Act
¿por qué
like
no usarlo?
fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute.
Aparte creo que me quedó
What are your names?
guapilla, así
Jenkins
que
and Milliken.
usémoslo.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary.
A la Carolina,
You get that
a
salary
Padilla,
whether these people
por
escape or
Mendoza.
not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay, okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well.
Oye,
Good
sí
day,
con la
gentlemen.
Carolina,
Now, ma'am, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Se ve bien chistosa por la luz.
Come along.
Vámonos.
Then you better get on this horse.
Vamos, Carolina. Luego te pintamos el cabello si quieres.
That's not much of an animal, but they haven't got far to ride. I
El
waited
caballo
on them
enclenque.
moving you some
Pobrecito
weeks.
caballo, ese está bien flaco.
I can
No
wait
lo
a
había
while
notado.
longer.
Vamos, Carolina.
Can we go now? Okay. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way.
By the way.
6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course, but you will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. You've been away for a while, so we'll help you get set up in the world. And if you want to accept our offer, you can. You're just up
Qué
here.
emoción.
There's the camp. It's your horse. Been a while since you saw a hitching post, huh?
Uy, hace un buen. Vámonos. Como el de ayer.
This way.
Bien chaparrilla.
She's anxious to meet you.
Ni modo, pero la fornida estaba súper tosca.
Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell her?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley.
Está bien chistosa
I
por
do
cómo le
hope we
pega la
haven't
luz. Parece que
inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as
Parece
you were
muy
due to be
efecto
hanged in a
diabólico.
week, I'm sure you
así
don't
no se veía
object
cuando
too
lo estaba
strongly.
editando, pero bueno, X.
I know you're innocent.
Aceptable.
Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies. and that you were
Se ve
set up
ojerosa,
by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Todavía no llegaba, ya tenía el atuendo. A ver. Sombrero acechador del oeste. Yo creo que este. Si lo podemos guardar en el caballo. Pero no, es por dónde. A ver. Chalecos. O a ver, tal vez sin chaleco se ve bien. Vamos a ver. Sí, yo creo que sin chaleco. Y camisas, a ver. Ese trabajo no, pues no va a ser trabajadora. No son personalizables todavía. Pantalones. No quiero que sea testigo de Jehová, la verdad, no por ahora. Botas. Sin zapatos de pedo. Así esos zapatitos de las botas. No, yo creo que botas porque está en el oeste, tiene que usar botas. Pues bueno, así quedó nuestra Sofía de momento.
That looks more comfortable.
Ya
Hawley,
con el tiempo,
Here, madam.
pues le
you're
pondremos
very
mejores
good
atuendos,
health.
mejores
I
trapos.
suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
Ok,
And
qué
I
bonitas
intend to
pistolas,
find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now.
Curilla.
Then Hawley, go introduce her to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, and, madam, while Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk. Then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and, not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck. I'm sure you're tired. Get this done and you can rest.
Caballos, vale. Pues bueno. No, se le glitcheó. Bueno, se ve. Pobre caballo escuálido, no tiene nada. Bueno, pues. Vamos. Si esta cosa es realista, mi Carolina va a quedar bien morena por el sol. No te caigas, caballo, que estás eres. Vamos. Vamos, no caigas. Tranquilo. ¿Cómo es?
Hello. You must be a Horley's friend. He's one of us. He said you are also a discouraged creature. Now, I will be honest. I try not to talk too much to women. Well, let's leave that. All that. That's me. But Horley insisted you was okay. I'm very discouraged. You see? Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Sort of. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. I heard you might want to earn a little extra money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up in tall trees. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if things work out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help you with pertinent information, even if you are a lady. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Se me guardó las pepitas con ganas. Qué bonito se ve todo. ¿Dónde quedamos? Sí. Vamos a meterle aquí a ropa. maciza la morra. Vámonos. Eso era el último. Y pues este es un juego que se juega con paciencia, pues no hay mucho que apresurarse. ¿Qué hay aquí?
Okay.
¿Qué es eso?
Okay. You're good. You're real good, friend. Here. Take this. It's a map. Just be kind. Don't kill me, please.
Es un bandido, ¿por qué no lo habría de matar? Ok, coloquémonos el mapa del tesoro. Fijamos rumbo y nos vamos en nuestro caballito. Vamos a ver, ¿qué hay por agarrar ahí? Vamos, Caroline. Calmado, calmado. Bueno, ahora podemos pasar. Ese glitchazo. Wow. Como que hace fallos con personajes femeninos. Tesorito. Super obvio el tesoro. Carolina, tienes que tener modales, ¿ok? Ah, no vi cuánto lingote de oro me dieron. Si más de un miembro de tu equipo tiene esta habilidad activa, no se acumula. Con el Dead Eye activo puedes marcar a los objetivos y disparar para darle a todos los blancos marcados. Me suena que es buena idea. Aunque antes me dieron otro, qué pata. Ay, güey, esto ocupa un chorro de experiencia. Vamos con Clay Davis. Una misión de historia, pues hace un matchmaking automático para encontrar pues a otras personas que estén dispuestas a jugar la historia. Entonces es muy fácil el avanzar.
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother,
Clive.
He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out of Manzanita Post with a bunch of horses they stole from me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off the fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Oh, look. Here are your friends. Well, good. Meet me at the stable in Blackwater once you have the horse flesh. And I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive! Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, head inside. They've got a lot available. See you soon. Come on, Clive.